Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles. With a knowledgeable sales staff and amazing service departments, you'll drive away satisfied. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Jeff Blankman joined here today by Reagan, Garrison, and Taylor Beckendorf with the IK men and girls cross country team. They just finished up the Western Iowa Conference meet down here in Audubon today. Reagan had another outstanding effort here today, finishing up in third place. Reagan, I got to ask you, said you and that girl from Trainer who got second kind of were like switching places off and on the whole race. How do you feel like things went for you here today? I got the sense a little disappointed that you didn't get her at the end.
Yes, I was disappointed, but she's definitely way better on uphills than I am. She would pass her on the uphill, I'd pass her on the down, but the downhill at the end was not quite enough that I could get past her again.
What is it about the uphills maybe that you feel like you need to work on?
I just like getting up on my toes and just powering through it.
No, I caught you both the times you came past the start line. That first time, I think I had you in about fourth place. Then you moved up. I mentioned something to you when you ran by. I don't know if you heard me, that the girl in front of you looked like she was starting to wear out a little bit, and I know you got her shortly after that. So How did you feel throughout the race? Where did you feel like you were at your strongest?
Honestly, I don't know. I was dying throughout all of it. I guess just keep going through it the best you can.
Take me through the start of the race. Did you get out where you wanted to in that tight group?
I think so, because a big group started in front of me, but they kind of just fell back and I go forward. That's how I usually start. I start how I start, and then I get around them throughout the race.
So take me through that first mile or so. How did you feel like your pace was? Did you feel like where you wanted to be, or did you feel like you needed to kind of up the tempo a little bit for the second mile?
I feel like I did need to up it a little bit, even though those hills over there, they're not it. But you just got to get through them like you can and then power through the rest.
How do you use the downhills then to your advantage?
I just open my stride and let them take me.
You've had a really good year so far. What do you feel like's been the strength for you this year, and why are you having such an outstanding year?
I don't know. I just practiced, probably have pushed it more, and then just pushing it my hardest in the races.
Did you put in a bunch of miles during the off season this year to kind of come into shape?
No. I always say I'm going to, but I never do.
So it was just pretty much getting in shape once the season started. When did you feel like you were kind of where you needed to be conditioning-wise?
Probably after the first 2 weeks of the season, and I got into my comfortable but pushing myself era.
So the state qualifying meets are coming up. What's the goal for you this year?
To make it, it's the only goal.
The only goal? What do you need to do to get there?
Just push myself until I can't anymore.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate it all the time.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Taylor Beckendorf, who had a top 10 finish here today as well. And I think the first time I saw you were in about 11th. You and Emily were kind of running pretty close to each other. And then the next time I saw you had separated a little bit, even from the group you were running with that first time. How'd you feel out here today?
Pretty tired, actually.
What is it about this course? Because I think everybody I've talked to talks about how tired this course makes you.
I think the first two loops really kill you in the beginning, and then you just got to push through the rest.
How do you try to get through those first two loops? Well, you've run it before, so what's the game plan for you?
I don't really know.
You just go run?
Yeah.
Okay, so take me through that first mile. How'd you get through it, and did you feel like you were pretty strong?
The first mile, I felt like I started faster than usual, than other races, and then the second loop was a lot slower than the first, I think just because I was tired. But then after that, it's like you only have 2 miles left.
So you get through that back part over there. It looks a little bit flatter because you're kind of running more on the top of the hill. Did you feel like you kind of caught your wind and got going at that point?
I actually feel like I lost, I was slower at that part, and then after you got around, those hills, and then you had to run up that one hill, and I feel like that's when I caught back up with everyone and then just pushed throughout.
What was it with that last hill then that you felt really strong with?
Well, I'm total opposite of Reagan. I'm not very good at downhills.
Okay.
Because I don't stride out very well, but then going up hills, I can catch people a little bit.
Do you like running hills then, the way it sounds?
I'd rather run hills, because I go a lot slower on the straights.
Okay. What is it about hills that you enjoy, you think?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? You just run them well, even though you're not for sure?
Yeah.
So what's the goal for you this year? You've got a shot at qualifying for state, so what's that goal for you going into state qualifying meets?
My goal is to make it to state this year.
What do you need to do to get there?
Try my hard, push myself during that qualifying meet.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us. Go get some rest.
Thank you.